All of a sudden, time got away from me. Anyway, it's Wednesday. Live radio. You got to love it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Keeps it interesting.
Thank you, Steve. We just spaced it out completely. Anyway, good morning. It's Wednesday, which means we're going to have open house, and I get to welcome Jackie Hanson to the studio. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Second time I ran into you. We were getting coffee at the same place.
That's right. We sure were. Your local Quick Trip. Welcome to Wisconsin.
I know. That's the best place for coffee.
It is.
I love it. I'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah.
You know, I've said this before. I may be one of the only people on the entire planet who has never been to a Starbucks.
Oh, really? I go to them all the time.
Do you really?
I
Never
do.
been to one.
Yep,
I may have to break down and go someday.
Yep.
You were going to talk about investment property today.
Yeah, just a couple thoughts, I guess, for people to keep in mind as we come into what sometimes is a slower part of the real estate season, but in recent years, not so much. But just something to keep in mind. I think some people aren't quite as busy looking and thinking and searching for real estate, but I just wanted to mention that in the cold months or any time is a great time to keep an eye out for investment properties. Some people probably, like I said, maybe sleep on real estate a little bit when it starts getting cold because they think, well, there's no way that I'm going to want to move or, deal with that stuff in the snow. But by golly, if you're looking for a rental or something to fix up and resell, or any time of the year is a good time for that, because what is there to do in the cold months? You might as well be fixing and painting something you're going to invest your money in. And so that's, I guess, something that I myself always keep an eye out for. And there's always stuff out there. And
the thing about real estate, it never goes down in value. I mean, it's a long-term investment. You know, if you're looking for a rental property as a quick turnaround, probably not.
Right.
Because that's more of a long-term investment.
Right. But yeah, something to buy that you can improve upon and maybe make some sweat equity money. In the wintertime, that's a great time. It's a great pastime, and I've used it myself. You might as well be inside fixing and painting and laying flooring or whatever, and so it kind of passes the winter, and you can make some money.
What are the upsides and the downsides of having rental property? Because I know a lot of people sit there and they think, gosh, maybe I should do it, but there's always downsides and upsides. So what should people be aware of?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, you want to make sure that it cash flows. So you want to make sure that, whatever you owe on it at the bank, or you're paying payments and then your taxes and insurance, you want to make sure your rent is covering that at the very least. Obviously, a little left over would be ideal, but at least that way you're gaining equity in that rental property. And then, of course, another, upside, downside, you got to be vigilant with your paperwork and know the real estate laws and your rights and responsibilities as a landlord. They're always changing, and sometimes you don't get the best tenants, and you just need to know what your responsibilities are and actually what your rights are regarding that rental as well, because the tenants also have rights. Just because you own it, they've signed a lease and they have rights. So I would do some research, but if it's something you're looking to get into, it's very manageable.
I think that's really good advice, and being maybe a little careful on the front end when you rent can save you a lot of headaches on the back end.
Right.
And, the one point you bring up, too, and that's, you want to make sure you're covering your basic costs, but a little bit of escrow doesn't hurt either, because you never know when you might have to replace something major.
Right. And to be a little handy or have some friends or family that, it never hurts to have somebody that's a little handy so that you're not having to call in people every time something little breaks. That can really be the difference between making money on a rental and not.
That rules me out as a landlord.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is anything that you pay out in those expenses are deductible at the end of the year. It's a cost of doing business. So.
Now, you've got some properties that you want to talk about, and I know you were out listing one this morning because you mentioned it when I ran into you earlier.
Yeah, we'll just speak about that a little bit. It's not on the market. It will be by this afternoon, so keep your eyes peeled on our website and the MLS. I'll have it up. But I just listed a 33-acre hobby farm on Washington Cooley Road in Ettrick. Now, it is the most picturesque hobby farm, Amish farm, that I've probably ever seen. And it comes with a huge shop with loading docks, and it's got a barn, and it's just, look on our website. I don't know that I've seen a more well taken care of Amish farm around. It's just pretty as a picture, honestly. And that big pole shed, it's ready for you to open your business. He has semis in there loading and unloading all the time. It's amazing.
How many acres?
33.
33, wow.
Yep. And it has creek frontage. There's tillable there. He's got fenced pasture. It's a really nice property.
That sounds like it, and what a great location, too.
Yep.
It's pretty conveniently located just about anything.
Right, and that's listed at $559. But again, go on the websites, and you'll see that later on today.
For that much land and that kind of a facility, that's a good buy.
It's a commercial facility for sure that he's got there, and the house is beautiful as well.
What else have you got that's on the market?
Yeah, so last week I listed another commercial property between Hickston and Black River Falls, just a couple miles from the Hickston exit, but it's on County Road A. And that's 21 and a half acres with a big shop on it as well. And it has, the big commercial building has offices and lunchrooms, and there's a studio apartment in there. And it's a heated shop with clear span trusses, 220 volt electric, full concrete, cold storage, you name it. So I think you could live there and have your shop as well, or you could just use it to expand your business. But 21 and a half acres there, just a mile and a half to Hickston and I-94.
So is that all zoned commercial, or could you maybe divide it up?
Hickston is unzoned. So
Okay.
That's what I said. They do have someone living in that studio apartment. It's a very nice apartment with a one-car attached garage on it. And otherwise, like I said, manufacturing, because there's lunchrooms there, there's offices, there's a reception area as you walk in.
That's a steal.
Yeah, it really is. So, yeah.
And what's that listed for?
That's listed at $600,000.
All righty.
Yep. The next one I have, just to mention, is actually right in Hickston. It is a ranch-style home with a 2-car attached garage and a 1-car detached garage, 3 bedrooms, a bath and a half, with a massive lot right in Hickston. Like, if you didn't look out the front window, you would not know that you were even in town. You can't even hardly see the houses around you.
Wow.
Yeah, the lot is just massive, and it's been very, very well maintained. Newer roof, siding, hardwood floors. There's a fireplace. Very nice house. And that one's listed at $267,900.
That's a good deal, too. Now, are all of these conventional sales? I mean, these aren't auction items.
The ones that I mentioned so far are definitely conventional. Okay. Yep. And I have one in Wilton, which I know is a little bit of a hike from here, but it's only 15 minutes from Toma. So if somebody's looking for a investment property that actually is selling at auction, I was there last night for the open house. I'll be going back Monday to have people look one more time. Wilton's a nice little town, just a couple miles from Toma. So that one's online auction right now.
All righty. And when does that auction close?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, so 6 days. Yeah.
And look for that listing from this morning. That'll be up, I would assume, fairly soon.
Yep, this afternoon, as soon as I get home from here.
All right. Well, there you go. And that does sound like an amazing property out there by Beach Corners.
Yeah, some really nice listings come this fall. So don't sleep on real estate just because it's fall. There's a lot of nice stuff coming on. Yep.
And I know you mentioned that because of hunting season, you get to come see me again next week.
I am. I'll be here next week as well. The guys like to call in a favor when they're out hunting, and that's totally fine. We have each other's back. So
it's that time of the year.
It is.
You betcha. Yep. All right. Well, Jackie Hansen Real Estate Group, if they want to reach you, what's the best way to do that, Jackie?
You can call or text. My number is 715-797-3332.
All right. Hansen Real Estate, HREgroup.com with Open House here on WHTL. Thank you, Jackie, and we'll take a look. We'll visit with you again next week.
We will. Yes, thank you, Mark.
All right. Have a great day. Jackie Hansen with HREgroup.com. Little Open House here on WHTL.
It's another wonderful weekend of Christmas at the Mill presented by Hail Picking in Northfield. This is Amber Raditz. This Saturday and Sunday, we're featuring another incredible